As we grow elderly, will we fear illness or the fear that no one will sit with us or say our name with warmth? Do we truly care for the elderly if we only care about their medical needs but neglect their need for connection? What happens to an elderly heart when the phone stops ringing and no familiar voice appears? When an elderly person spends their day speaking to no one, does silence comfort or quietly wound? If companionship strengthens the elderly and loneliness harms them, why is loneliness still treated as a minor problem? Can technology truly offer warmth to the elderly? Let's dive into the video. Let's revolutionize.
Dad, should I get you a new watch or a nice suit for your birthday? Or is there something else you'd really like?
I don't need a watch or a suit, my son. Just a few minutes of your time each day to sit and talk with me.
Friends, good day to everyone. There is a quiet crisis happening around us. A crisis we don't always see because it does not make noise. Across the world, we are living longer than any generation before us. Medicine has improved, healthcare has advanced, and technology has made life easier. But while the body is living longer, the heart is aging alone. Millions of elderly people spend their days in silence, not because they choose to, but because life slowly moved away from them. Children grew busy, friends moved on, loved ones passed away, and the world around them accelerated, while they slowed down. For many of them, the day begins and ends the same way, with no conversation, no laughter, no voice calling their name. Doctors can treat blood pressure, medicines can help with diabetes, devices can track their heartbeat, but who tracks loneliness? Because loneliness is not just a feeling, it is a silent illness, one that eats memories, weakens immunity, and steals years from life. Studies show that long-term loneliness can be as harmful as smoking several cigarettes a day. Not because the body gives up, but because the soul does. And this raises a painful truth. We have built technology that connects the world, yet somehow many of our elderly remain emotionally disconnected. Many nations are aging rapidly, families are shrinking, and an increasing number of seniors live alone, not because they want to, but because circumstances left them behind. Some of them sit near windows waiting for the footsteps. Some call family not because there is a news, but just to hear a voice. Some talk to photographs to remember connection. Some even stop speaking altogether because no one replies. They do not fear death the way we think they do. What they fear most is becoming invisible while still alive. And that is the problem we must face today. Not just the healthcare needs of the elderly, but the emotional need, the human need for presence, for conversation, for warmth. The question is no longer, how do we help them live longer? The real question is, how do we help them feel alive while they are still living? Can technology offer the elderly meaningful connection and serve as a supportive companion in their daily lives? Let's check. So now, after understanding the scale of loneliness, we ask ourselves again, can technology steps in, not to replace human love, but to keep connection alive when distance gets in the way? The answer becomes clearer when we imagine a single device in the home of an elderly person. It may be a smart TV with a built-in camera, or a VR device, or a companion robot with a display and a camera. One device, not complicated, just one system that becomes a bridge between the elderly and the world. And the system operates through three main capabilities. For many elderly people, communication becomes difficult. Phones feel small, apps feel confusing, typing becomes tiring. So we remove complexity entirely. One button, just one. With that button, the elderly can call their loved ones at any time. When the loved one answers, the moment the call connects, something meaningful happens. The elderly see a lifelike digital version of their loved ones, not animated, but natural and familiar. The system uses AI visualization to mirror the loved one's natural expressions and body language. But the voice is not artificial. It is the real voice of the loved one, live, genuine, human. So, to the elderly person, it feels warm, like someone is truly there. In case if the loved one cannot answer, because sometimes life gets busy, calls get missed, but loneliness should not return. So, if the family does not pick up, the system steps in immediately. It continues the conversation using both AI-generated voice and visual representation. The tone, the style, choice of words all reflect the loved one's natural way of speaking. And during that conversation, if the elderly says something the system cannot logically answer, for example, "Did you speak to the doctor about my appointment?" Then the system quietly sends the question to the loved one through a short message while continuing to engage with the elderly. The loved ones can respond with a short text. The system then speaks that response naturally in the same familiar voice. The elderly never feel ignored, never left waiting, never alone. If during the call, if the system detects a sign of confusion, panic, a fall, emotional distress, or unusual tone, it does not remain silent. It initiates an emergency call to family. And while waiting, it keeps talking to the elderly, calmly and reassuringly. Once family answers, they can take over the AI avatar, meaning the digital face stays the same, but the words now come from the real human. The transition feels seamless to the elderly because emotional stability matters more than technology logic. And there are many elderly without family. Not everyone has someone to call. So the system gives choices to them respectfully. The elderly can select a companion identity they feel comfort with. For example, a gentle neighbor personality, a retired teacher, a kind spiritual elder, a friendly conversational persona. Once chosen, this becomes their companion character. This companion can call them at scheduled times, check on them randomly just to talk, respond when they initiate a call, and if emotional distress or confusion is detected, the system contacts a health center selected earlier with their consent. And while waiting, continues speaking gently until a real human take over. Loneliness is one problem, safety is another. The system gently observes the elderly through the device camera, not to invade privacy, but to protect life. It watches for falls, unusual stillness, expression of pain, distress, confusion, medical emergencies, sudden behavior changes. The system learns the elder's normal patterns, and when something does not match, it acts. If distress is detected, it sends an alert to family or health contacts, includes a short summary and snapshot. It attempts to initiate a conversation to keep the person calm. The goal here is not surveillance. The goal is reassurance. Many elderly wear devices such as smart heart rate trackers, oxygen sensors, blood pressure monitors, continuous glucose monitors. Our system connects to these quietly. It monitors trends like heart rate changes, oxygen drops, abnormal glucose spikes, long periods without movement, sleep quality, breathing irregularities. When something requires attention, the system response depends on severity. For a mild concern, a gentle reminder is given to elderly, like maybe it is time for medication or water. For a moderate concern, a notification sent to family along with the monitored health details. For a serious concern, a emergency alert or call is made to family or medical provider. And throughout emergencies, the system keeps engaging the elderly, preventing fear and isolation. Together, these three features create one mission: not to replace love, not to automate relationship, not to treat elders like patients, but to ensure no elderly person ever sits alone in silence, waiting for a voice. It is a presence, a sign that someone remembers them. Technology cannot replace pure human warmth, but technology can protect it, extend it, and make sure it never disappears. Growing old should not mean fading into loneliness. It should mean being surrounded by memory, by connection, by conversation, by care. And now we could make that possible through technology. The solution proposed here and the functionality demonstrated is just a concept mission. It may not be perfect, it may have its own flaws, but I want the content to serve a bigger purpose, to spark awareness, ignite global conversation, and to trigger even better ideas. We deserve a world where no elderly heart is left waiting in silence. Let us shape a world where aging never means disappearing, and every life finds the warmth it deserves. Thank you.